Difficulties, but I'm here now. And we had kind of an interesting day yesterday and today. We had to do something new with Joseph's pain pump that we've never done before. So everything's been a little bit off kilter, but I'm here now. Anyway, today I'm Jennifer. I'm your trauma recovery and sometimes silly trauma recovery coach. Today I want to go over how to forgive someone that doesn't deserve it. I'm going to give you a little step-by-step guide on how to do that. And it's not hard to see what it looks like, but it will take time for you, especially if it's for somebody that doesn't really deserve it. That maybe, they don't even care. So we're going to go through that right now. First of all, you've got to realize that forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. It's a tool for you. It's power for you. And that's the first thing you need to understand. It doesn't mean you're going to condone their behavior either, okay? Let's get that right there out in the open. It's to free you from the pain, the resentment, the anger. That's what it's for. But it's certainly not to condone the behavior. So I don't want to get that confused. And that first thing you've got to do, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but you have to acknowledge your feelings. Because when you acknowledge your feelings, that means you're looking at it. If you're like me and a lot of people out there, we try to run from our feelings. We want to pretend like the abuse didn't happen. Well, that can only get us so far. I mean, it gets us a little bit down the road, but if we really want to grow as a human, as a person, we have to go take those next steps. And so it's kind of a big deal too. And the next thing you need to do is, this is kind of a big one, realize the person that wronged you is not perfect either. In this step, you try to understand why it happened. So I'm going to give you my experience for an example. Sadly, my experience, the reason why it happened, I can't tell you 100% for sure, but it's pretty obvious, was from him being taught certain things, especially in the church, especially where it comes to what women are and were and what their place is in the family and what his place was in the family. When you grow up with that, and then when you're put in that as you get older in the family, when you have your own family, oh my gosh, I can't imagine the pressure. I couldn't imagine how that feels for that person. And so they're going to do things that aren't right. And that was what happened in my situation. So, like I said, I can't say 100% for sure, but it helped me. And like I said, this forgiveness tool is to help you. So it helped me. And the next step we need to take is you have to make that actual decision. It's your decision alone. It cannot come from anybody else. Do not ever feel pressured from somebody else that you need to forgive now. Nope, that's not their decision. It's yours. So when you're ready is when that kind of thing happens. And then you've got to let go of the bitterness and the resentment. Okay, there's some few steps you can take with that. I mean, it is let it go. You could write it down in a letter. I always remember the story about the Beatles, because John and Paul, I think they would get arguments all the time, and when John died, they found all these letters, and he never sent them. He just wrote them down. So I always thought that was kind of cool. You could do that. Some people actually send them. But that's your choice. Some people will write it down, whatever it is, and then burn it. Be creative. This is your thing. Once again, this is your tool. This is for you. So you have all the power with that. And then, after you've done all that, it's time to move on. But keep this in mind. This is kind of important. You have to give yourself compassion. You have to give yourself grace. You have to be patient with yourself. In a lot of cases with this, you are probably going to go through a grieving process. So that means it's not linear. So I've written my letter, everything is good. No, I've let it go. Okay, it could come back around again, and that's okay. You may have to start at number one step. Understand what forgiveness is for you. Then you may have to go to the next step. So you may be doing these steps over and over again, and that's okay. If you've endured a lot of abuse over a lot of years, it may take a while. You may have to find out things about yourself in order to go further. That's okay. Once again, this is for you, no one else. And once you get to that point, and we're always growing, of course, once you get to that point, you can be free from that, and you can go on to have an awesome life. And but anyway, go out there and have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. We're still going to be talking about forgiveness for one more day. Talk to you later. Bye.